Scorpio, this is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising sign. How does that work? It works because it's an energy reading. Okay. It works because it's an energy reading. And you can take that energy, how it resonates and where it resonates in your life. Feel free to leave your comments below and share how that's working out. If you want the full astrology breakdown, guys, I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation where I do a very in-depth weekly forecast for Scorpio and all 12 zodiac signs based on the astrology of the moment. So please check that out if you are an astrology enthusiast just like I am. I'll leave the link above. But this reading, this message comes to you when it's supposed to, when you need to hear it, however you need to hear it. If you're looking for a personal reading, I absolutely do personal readings, and I invite you to go make an appointment over on my website. There are open spots. www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, Scorpio. That's where you can make your personal reading booking. And that's also where you will find these. Your Scorpio hats with the gorgeous full spectrum embroidery. Black and white they're available in. Just an FYI. So, what kind of cards do I have in front of me? Very interesting ones. And this is a powerful week. Pluto is extremely active, and so is Mars. So I really want to understand Scorpio. I felt drawn to these cards. You know, every once in a while I'll use them again. Oh, interesting. Let me see. This is a week of action. But it's not informed action. And being a fixed sign, I think something has to push you to an extreme point where you just break. And that's your floodgate. The challenge, therefore, will be how to guide that flow. Control is not the optimal word here because that will really get in your way. But faith will help you have this sort of magnet at the other end of the flow to pull the flow and direct it in the right direction, but you do have to take the chance. Now, whatever that means for you, feel free to comment. Let's get into the cards. There's somebody walked away. Somebody was done or somebody was finished. Now, this somebody could be you or somebody else, but either way, somebody was done, somebody was finished, maybe around the last full moon. Remember, we just had a new moon yesterday, one of the biggest shifts in humanity in my lifetime. So, walking away from what just didn't serve or what somebody wasn't interested anymore. And this really disappointed somebody because they just didn't understand. There was no information. So this could be deciding to make a decision to walk away without explaining yourself. Or somebody did this to you. Either way, it was an empowered move that was linked to this flow that I talked about. Somebody needed to take the chance. They didn't have long enough to be able to think it out or talk about it or ask permission. They just had to do it. They had to because it came at them. Too much happened too quickly. All of a sudden, somebody just picked up and left, leaving disappointment and confusion in their wake. The devil is here, leading toward the future. This decision could cause somebody to have serious problems with fear, resentment, addiction in the future. It could also be that they didn't want to be stuck anymore. They saw a future of being stuck and they didn't want it. They were trying to get over something that was never going to let them go unless they just walked out. Okay. We have trust in the magic, which means faith. This is also a new start and a new beginning. Somebody saw a beacon of light, and they knew no matter where they were, they had to take it. That's what happened. This was a new start or a new beginning or something brand new coming in. We have embraced the in-between. I think this is what was happening beforehand. Trying to make sense, trying to keep things normal. And then at the same time, it says embrace the in-between. So that could be taken in the context of somebody decided they were going to embrace instability in order to fix what was wrong. And then we have take a leap of faith. It's this new beginning, Scorpios. It's this, it doesn't make sense, but it's the most sensical thing I've ever done. This is also a sense of luck associated with this new start. So you definitely have to decide to take action this week on this new endeavor or interest or whatever it is, because there is such a powerful sense of fortune behind it. This wasn't expected. Trust in divine detours. This wasn't the direction you had on your maps. This is taking the curve all of a sudden. Because it called you, it pulled you, and it was right. It was the right decision. But it really, I think, surprised people. Shocked some people because it was sudden. It happened quickly. I don't think somebody knew that the resentment had built this much, but it had. Somebody was really just finished, and the second they could get out or get an opportunity to start something new, they took it. I don't know if this is you or them yet. You apply it to how it applies in your life, but the new start is where it's at. But I want to understand this. Why is the devil here? Could also mean we're setting up karma. But why is the devil here? Because you're not sure about your decisions. The devil represents fear. The devil represents the confrontation of the fear, especially of the future, because in some ways, you know, at least in one portion of your life, this doesn't have to be your whole life, right? But at least in this, the part of your life where this resonates, you've destabilized it. You know it, and you know it that you had to. This is strategic in a way, but also a sense of new direction. Thinking clearly. There was definitely a sense of, but that's the clear way, even if it destabilizes me. Then we have the King of Cups, which to me frequently represents you. And Two of Cups. So this is an implication that there is suddenly a risk or suddenly a change when it comes to relationships or someone that you desire, maybe because somebody else became available. Somebody from the past, somebody that was a friend. Or it's this relationship suddenly took a detour and suddenly becomes something that you did not expect it to become. It wasn't anticipated, but you're sure of it. Emotionally, somehow, there is certainty in why this action had to be taken. And it's confirmed that it does. Let's grab a moon card, because this is a powerful new moon that happened yesterday. If you're watching this one, stop. This is the card that popped out. Well, just as I said, the new moon. So there you have it. Your timeline. A new start is coming. Trust in the magic. This could also be children too. Pregnancy. Yes. In some contexts, absolutely. That in some ways, maybe it's a detour and it wasn't expected, but it's happening and it's here. And it's not welcome. But it definitely makes you, destabilizes you and makes you have to think about things or make decisions on the fly. We have conclusions are within reach. You're going to find out why. In other words, you're going to quickly make the decision to take this detour, to trust this detour. I also want to ask God, what else? What do you mean conclusions are within reach? Conclusions about what? This is a family decision because we now have Capricorn and Cancer sitting next to each other about which direction we're heading in, especially when it comes to paternal or maternal energy. We have the Chariot here and 8 of Wands. This is almost like a shotgun wedding. A decision that's made quickly because of family situations, or that your family is, you've got to go, you've got to take action at this. Now, even if it isn't family, because a Chariot could just read movement, you could decide on the fly, I got to get out of here, I got to move to a different spot, I got to change locations. In which case, yes, you do. Make it on the fly, go. Take action, do it. Everything here is saying take action, do it. It's as if it has ruptured from your soul, and this is a flow of lava, not water. And it's not going to take no for an answer. Speaking of lava, there's nothing more forward than the Emperor. It's all about divine guidance of the singularity, this sense of self that is so confident and so certain, even if it's not competent. It's confident so much in itself that it will figure stuff out along the way, and it's fire. It's Mars. This is take action. Now, this could also have to do with something that came out of or happened because of sex. This could also have something to do with just cockiness and a warlike authority. But all of a sudden, something ruptures, and then you can't go back. And that's something that I'm certain of. If you look at the cards, there is no turning back. Even as scared as you are, this is the point of no return. That seems like it's doomed. But I gotta say, the cards here are so extraordinarily exciting and optimistic. I don't think it's doom at all. I think the doom, facing the doom, was your fear of change. But beyond that, on the other side, is just, let's see. What's on the other side of all this action, of all this decision making? What's on the other side? Once again, we have the King of Cups, yourself. Emotional stability, because something that was happening before that was clearly emotionally debilitating. What's on the other side? A new chance, a new start. And also something you've been thinking about for a while. A new network, a new connection, a new opportunity, and a new interest. And something even better. So let's go over the cards. We have a choice, a decision to be made. It's a new direction. It's a new heading. It's not a new passion. Though this is implying that it is. I think it's the new passion that inspires you to finally go in a direction that you've been sniffing around for a while. there is this unexplainable surge of, I must do this. And it's very optimistic, but there's a card of confirmation here. Let's go into the extended. I will see you guys. The link is down below in the description box and pinned to the top of the comment section. If you're watching this on television, grab your cell phone because all the links are going to be available on the traditional versions of YouTube. I'll see you guys there.